Mimo bibia kwa papa daily update TV. Send any day can ya opa channel so I'm also the corner cut off on the subscribe button now so what tap on the notification me send be ya said the new update be to channel so if I Ghana politics one also benya nsem ni bi ehu no hu ne opese we efa besa show bi nse so adwuntwe mi so ade comment section ye beje e ho ne akenkan ama ade a esi am na wo kasa ide Parliament as actually the office of the president say man answer concerning the issue na efa LGBTQ president Akroma Parliament say they should cease and desist from that matter no, because until say courts are deciding or not on cash for how say their Parliament for as actually president office bill say when they should present the bill to him again. Our best sign and say on sign and for us can we be see I'm no case global fund for Indra over $40 million ya the average Ghana for Newz Abeka Porter Samuel no the case dear health minister enkochi tax say ho mpone edi no apa nti ade say nti no be go sa amana spy anase de Ghana na ya say akodri Diana N.Addo ene ba omi ade Ghana asa akona chise yenkoti sa ensemi ebi
plaque to Parliament. Cyril Nsiam has written to the Executive Secretary to the President, Nana Bedie Tuasante, seeking clarification on when to transmit this anti-LGBTQ plus bill, call it the Sexual Rights and Ghanaian Family Values Bill, a letter which we have a copy of, and we have the details shortly. Take a look at this. This is captured in the letter that the clerk to Parliament wrote to the presidency seeking when to transmit this anti-LGBTQ plus bill to Parliament. Now, we're going to put that on the screen right now and also give you an idea of what the clerk to Parliament has been talking about. He gives specific detail, as you see there, and this is dated today, and it came through just minutes ago. It says, I'm writing to acknowledge receipt of the said letter on March 18 on the above subject matter and received in my office on 19th March. I have taken note of the contents of the letter, particularly the text in the last paragraph, which states that in the circumstances, quote, you were kindly requested to cease and desist from transmitting this anti-LGBTQ plus bill to the president until matters before the Supreme Court are resolved. Accordingly, I await an indication in writing from your office on when to present the Human Sexual Rights and Family Values Bill 2024 to His Excellency the President for his consideration, pursuant to Article 106.7 of the Constitution. As Cyril Nsiam, clerk to Parliament, copied the President, the Right Honourable Speaker, Majority Leader, and the Minority Leader, all in copy of this letter, which we have just secured a copy of on this matter. So we will see and wait to hear the response of the presidency to this letter from the clerk to Parliament. Now, coming up next tonight, also live on Tuesday, of essential medical products donated by Global Fund, which have been stuck at the ports. And that's the conversation and the fears that have been generated. And despite these assurances by the Ministry of Health and its agencies that they are working with the Global Fund to clear worth of essential medical products, not much headway has been made. Medical products are still stuck at the ports, while advocacy from concerned citizens rages on. Now, LCIA is the president of the Persons Living with HIV. She's joining us on Zoom for this. Elsie, thank you so much for staying up to join us on this matter. First off, give us an update on this situation with this over $40 million worth of medicines stuck at the ports. What's happening?
Thank you. I really don't know. What we know is that we knew when the commodities arrived at the port, and we didn't see them, in the facilities. And so when we started asking questions, we were told, oh, a number, they would be cleared, and and we were even given a schedule after which all the containers at the ports would be cleared. So you could imagine our surprise when we got to hear that even at the time when we were being told that there were the last containers were being cleared, there were 300 containers there at the ports. So now you don't know who to believe. So I don't know, but all we have been told was that the money to clear the containers had 2 weeks ago, but nothing has happened. They think the containers are still there. So I just don't know what is wrong. I don't know what is wrong. Everything falls in the court of Ministry of Health. And I don't know, well, if they need to talk to their partner finance, Ministry of Finance. I don't know. We now don't even understand what is happening on or who to believe anymore. So what we have done today is just a desperate measure. We know that from what the commodities we have, especially for HIV, there will be a stock out in May. And we don't want to wait until then. We don't even know what is in the system now.
I see. But now, contrary to reports that there's been some, over half of this 400 containers cleared, you're saying that's not the case. The first time we heard this, or I spoke to you about this, was sometime in the last quarter of 2023, because I have the engagement that we had with you then. Now, since then, what has the Ministry of Health been telling you between the last quarter and now?
They told us it was due to taxes, ECOWAS levy, AU levy, especially. But then that is something that they could handle at their level, at the level of governments. They had gone to ask for waiver, ECOWAS levy, AU levy, but then they had asked for the other waivers of the other taxes, but forgot these ones. But then from that time till now should have been time enough for them to secure those waivers. So it was originally that, and then we got to know it was the demurrage costs. It had increased astronomically, such that they needed funds. I didn't know where they would get the funds. They needed funds to clear the containers. Well, I don't know where they would have gone for funds, but I thought, well, it's all government and something could be done within among, the different ministries or entities. But we didn't hear anything. And then we're given a schedule. Some numbers of containers will be cleared at a particular time and some will be cleared at a particular time. So like up to February this year, some 81 would be left to be cleared. But at that time, we're told that there were 300 still sitting there. So all these others that we're told had been cleared wasn't true. So I don't know what is happening. So those were the reasons we were given. First, the taxes, and then they were being cleared, and then also that Ministry of Finance has agreed to give funds to clear them.
We'll see how things play
the containers are still there.
Indeed. Madam Elsie, I appreciate your time in this update. Very critical indeed. We would also be following up on this matter. Elsie, I thank you. With the network of persons living with HIV and AIDS.
Medo asesa oje brain na odi share video yi. Dia Parliamentary for actually ta Akroma na N.Addo. Ebisa na say when they yamum trying to say oba be sign LGBTQ+ bill no. And I say on sign. And I feel so dia idnura global fund for the Ghana for so and so abeka port ho sensem so and hu yen. Se bi se onya subscribe ya make sure so be kono ko tap on the subscribe button mama. Na fe so tap on the notification me send be ya o mix any new video the better channel so patch any macro.